Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 SPASA Annual General Meeting. It's great to have all of you here on board, and so we will kick off. First of all, to the agenda, just clarity for what you're going to experience over the next half an hour. Welcome, and it's great to have your support for the last year. We'll go through the motions in a moment to ensure that we cover off on the governance. And then we'll hand over to our chairperson, Anthony Grice, to cover off our appointments, and then some very exciting news, and then to general business to cover off the year, and then close. There have not been any questions forwarded by the membership before this meeting, so there won't be any questions for this AGM. First of all, in a moment, up on the screen, the lovely Bree Bensley will flash up a poll. That poll will highlight the adoption, or the two motions, the adoption of the 2024 AGM minutes and the adoption of the 2025 annual report, which includes the audited 2024 financials. So that poll would be up on your screen. Please vote accordingly for or against for the motions, and then close that box off your screen. Thank you very much. And then during the presentation, those votes will be collated, compared against the proxies to ensure by the end of the meeting that we have a quorum and a positive result for our motions. At this stage, I would love to hand over to our chair, Anthony Grice. Anthony.
Thanks, Lindsay, and thank you everyone for joining us at our 2025 AGM as we mark an important and symbolic moment in SPASA's journey. I'm honoured to report on a year of strong progress for SPASA as we continue to grow as the national peak industry body for the pool and spa industry. Despite a challenging economic climate, we've remained focused and resilient, delivering real value to our members. This year has underscored the importance of unity and a clear voice for our sector. SPASA continues to advocate for positive change, uphold the highest standards, and support our members through some of their challenges. Our strategic focus has been on building a national influence, expanding training, enhancing member benefits, and strengthening consumer engagements. You see, we're not just about addressing today's needs, but also about investing into a sustainable future for our industry. Beyond the physical assets, we've grown our people, systems, brands, and services, laying the foundations for a sustainable and forward-looking organisation. To our members, thank you for your ongoing support. Your dedication drives our collective success. To my fellow board of directors, thank you for your leadership, insights, and commitment. And by no means least, to the SPASA team, thank you for your tireless efforts and unwavering commitment to excellence. We build something truly lasting here at SPASA. Now, I'd like to change gears and acknowledge a couple of outgoing directors, if I can, Lindsay. I'd like to take this opportunity to formally acknowledge and say thank you to two long-standing and serving SPASA directors, Stephen Humphreys, Managing Director at Focus Products, and Tom Bodle, who is the MD at Ripple Pools. As both Stephen and Tom step down from their board roles, we reflect with appreciation on their many years of service and their valuable contributions to SPASA and the broader pool and spa industry alike. Their leadership, insights, and commitment have always helped guide the association through some of the significant change that we've seen over the last few years, and they've always done that with the best interests of not only the industry, but the members at heart. On behalf of SPASA team and our members, I'd like to say a big thank you to Stephen and Tom for your time, your expertise, and your unwavering support. Your contributions have been real and have made a lasting difference. Now, in addition to Tom, I'd also like to acknowledge Lindsay, someone who's made an outstanding contribution to the pool and spa industry. Lindsay Papanow, the Managing Director of Aquatic Leisure Technologies over in WA. As Lindsay steps down today at this AGM from the SPASA board, we reflect on her remarkable achievements and services to the pool and spa industry over many years. Lindsay's played an active role in our industry, in our industry associations over some 20 years now in the various forms that the association has taken over that time. Since 2013, Lindsay's held a number of key roles, including President of SPASA WA, President of SPASA Australia, and of course her current board member role with SPASA Australia. Through Lindsay's tenure, she's brought a wealth of knowledge, professionalism, and passion to everything she's done. Her commitment to grow the industry with integrity has left a lasting impact, not only on SPASA, but as I touched on, the broader industry nationwide. To Lindsay, on behalf of SPASA and the entire industry, we thank you for your dedication, your leadership, and the legacy you leave behind. Please join with me in thanking Lindsay, Tom, and Steve. Thank you. Now, with the departure of the three directors, it's also my pleasure to formally welcome three outstanding new leaders to the SPASA board. Please join with me in welcoming Clinton Alley. Clinton's the Managing Director of Fluidra in the Australian-New Zealand market. Nick Brill, who we all know, CEO of Poolworks, and Chris Jackson, CEO of Aquarius Pools. Each of these gentlemen bring a wealth of industry experience, fresh perspectives, and a strong commitment to the future of our pool and spa sector. Their combined expertise will be invaluable as SPASA continues to grow and evolve to meet the needs of our members and the wider industry. I and the board look forward to working closely with Clinton, Nick, and Chris, and to the energy and insights they bring to the board. Thank you and welcome. Now, moving right along, Lindsay, we might talk a little bit about a really exciting announcement. And I think it's fair to say that today we look back with deep appreciation and look forward with great anticipation. First, on behalf of the SPASA board and our members and the broader industry, I want to sincerely thank Lindsay McGrath for his outstanding service as CEO over the past 12 years. Lindsay's vision, leadership, and drive have shaped SPASA into the respected national body it is today. Under his guidance, we've seen significant growth, increased unity across states and regions, and a strengthened voice for the swimming pool and spa industry across Australia and New Zealand. He's overseen countless initiatives, transforming member services, expanding advocacy, and building a high-performing organisation that is now seen as a model of industry leadership. Lindsay has led with passion, clarity, and a strong sense of purpose, and his legacy will be felt for many years to come. Lindsay, thank you. You've left SPASA in a position of strength, and we're truly grateful for everything you've achieved. With that, it's also my great pleasure to formally introduce and welcome Kristin Brookfield as SPASA's new CEO. Kristin joins us with over 3 decades of experience in the building and construction industry, including more than 20 years with the HIA, Housing Industry Association of Australia, where in a role of Deputy Managing Director, she led national policy and advocacy efforts on key issues like planning, skills, workplace relations, and environmental legislation. Kristin brings a deep understanding of the regulatory landscape and a proven ability to work collaboratively with government, and a genuine passion for the role that industry associations play in representing and supporting their members. Kristin's appointment marks the start of an exciting new chapter for SPASA, one that will see us build on our strong foundations and continue to grow our influence, service, and impact. Kristin's leadership will also help steer the association into its next exciting phase. Kristin, we're excited to have you on board and look forward to working with you. Please, members and key stakeholders, join with me in thanking Lindsay McGrath for his incredible service and in warmly welcoming Kristin as our new CEO. Kristin will officially start with us on the 2nd of June, and that can't come soon enough. Thank you. And Kristin, I'd like to invite you to say a few words to our members.
Thanks, Anthony. And it's lovely to virtually meet a handful of members. It's a very important day for you all as an association, so I appreciate that I could time this to be part of it. I would probably firstly just like to say thank you to Anthony and the board and the nominations committee. It was a real honour when I got the phone call to say I have been successful. I see such opportunity and great room for scope in terms of how we can now take SPASA forward from the foundations that Lindsay and those that have gone before on the board have created. It's an association that I think has a very proud history and a very well-respected name, and coming from HIA, which similarly has those solid foundations. I think it's a perfect fit for me, and I look forward to having the opportunity to meet with you face to face, to meet with you virtually, and to obviously help support the staff and take the staff into this new era. I'm a town planner by trade, but I don't call myself that anymore. Don't hold that against me. I am from New South Wales. I hail from Sydney, but also don't hold that against me. I am from the Shire. So it's been a really amazing career for me so far, and industry associations are my passion. This is where I fit. This is where I really feel that I can give my greatest value. So I very much look forward to what we can do over the coming years together. Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, Kristin, and thank you, Mr. Grice. We really appreciate those words, kind words on behalf of all of us. Personally, I could not be happier with Kristin taking on the role. We many years ago set out to build an industry body that would have the ability to find someone of Kristin's caliber to come and take SPASA into its next layer or level of maturity. I am going to be your biggest fan and am available anytime if you need a shoulder to cry on or someone to yell at, or to work out why I did or where I put whatever it was in that what folder. So no, congratulations on taking on the role as of the 1st of June, and I know the team are very excited to take you on. It'll be amazing. Moving on, we go to general business for the members. A quick overview of the annual general meeting report. The purpose of the organisation hasn't changed. To deliver a better, happier, and healthier community through the enjoyment of pool and spa. I mean, our mission has been very clear now for more than 5 years: to protect, promote, and grow the swimming pool industry. A slight change in how we look at our pillars of how SPASA structures its team that support the members, and we do that through a 5-letter acronym spelling TEAMS, which is very handy for us to remember. So training obviously is really core to what we do. Engagement and making sure that we deliver the right products and services that benefit you, our members, and your businesses and how you operate. Advocacy, the core of most trade associations, is to ensure that we have responsible outcomes for the community and members alike. Marketing, of course, is to promote the industry. That we are the largest funnel, marketing funnel for the industry, to create that need, that aspiration and inspiration to ensure people want that beautiful piece of blue in the backyard. And obviously then support an organizational structure that is well governed and it has a consistent improvement mentality, and obviously is sustainable financially. Which moves on to a short summary of our finance component of the report. The brief highlights: our membership revenue is up 22%. The biggest jump with that is because we have a full year of the last 2 mergers that came on board in the prior year, with Victoria and WA joining the One SPASA group. Also, with the most successful Splash trade show event, that pushed our revenue to a new record level. So we exceeded $12 million for the first time in SPASA's history. Obviously, being very respectful, operating as a non-for-profit, our net result was 5.3%, and that's the return on members' funds, because of course, as a non-for-profit entity, we invest immediately back into people, events, market growth to benefit members, which included this year more than $1 million invested straight into education to ensure we have more tradespeople in the marketplace with a long-term career. And of course, for sustainability, you have to have a strong balance sheet. And it is a great pleasure to see, as I exit, the equity in the organisation to be over $9.6 million. The big news for this year and coming in for the last couple of years, many of you know that we've lobbied so hard to be acknowledged as a trade. It was way back in 2008, 2010, when many of us, before I took on this role, actively lobbied to ensure that we were acknowledged beyond labourers. And this year we now can see that we have our own OSCA codes, our own Occupational Standards of Australia codes for both, or for all, for pool building, service technician, and also for building inspector. This is a game changer for the industry. It has been something that has been longer than a decade coming to ensure that we have these incredible codes which allow us to lobby far more effectively. And we're already seeing those changes with new traineeships in New South Wales, and we expect those traineeships to expand around the country now that we have those classifications. We're already working with members on new visa applications, potential to bring in service technicians into the country, utilising these new codes. This has been a long time coming, and really want to call out the hard work over many years from our Chief Policy Officer, Spiros Dasakis, Wendy Donaldson, our COO, and Rachel Bramby, our RTO Executive Manager. These three people have been instrumental in making this happen. Membership dropped slightly for last year. That in part is obviously the new membership classifications as we merged the entities in for the last two states. There was some double ups, etc. We have obviously put on a new member portal, so more information is being accessed by members, and we've invested significantly in new membership staff. We have a whole new team dedicated to membership. So we're very happy that the data is really clean now, and we can move forward under Kristin's leadership to expand the membership once again. We've had a great run for many years. We can't do that without constantly adding more value, and that value comes from the things that SPASA can't do as well as what it can do. And where we can't offer the service directly, we team up with fantastic service partners that you can see on the screen there. And we've got an ever-increasing amount of member service partners that are offering value to the membership across all of the different sectors and categories. Financially, as well as other forms of support in training and information, are our industry partners. Without these brands in the marketplace, SPASA cannot deliver some of our services to the members. So I want to specifically call our platinum partners, Fluidra, Matronics, and Davey for 2024, our gold industry partners of Evo Heat and AIS, Silver, Waterco, Daisy, Reese, and Hayward, Sunlover, Pentair, and Allnex. A massive thanks for our industry partners. Without you, some of the services that we put forward and events we put forward would not happen. So the members, thank you for your support. It's not just sitting in an ivory tower coming up with ideas and new brands. We have to constantly reach out to members for the information that we need if we're heading in the right direction. Last year saw a membership survey be released, and the key items in that survey around the question of reasons of why you belong to SPASA. The top three are all about brand credibility, technical information, and support. Further to that, around the importance of the current services, resources, events that we offer. Again, we saw that same methodology come through with members around training and technical advice being the core items that were the hot topics that you were finding really interesting and useful in your day-to-day being a SPASA member. The core issues to our members' organisations were around the economy. It was first and foremost, that was the top amount that you were concerned about, which is not surprising in today's society where the economy currently is. And then directly after that, workforce margins and compliance burdens. So we know that we're on the right track because so much of our resourcing when you call up or send us an email is around these items, and we will continue resourcing those key subjects. And when asked the question to the membership around what should be our strategic focus as an organisation, the top 5 items there are around advocacy, representation, obviously increasing the membership service offering, education and training, events, and obviously supplying a lot of information as well. So the great thing about a survey is when it provides a great sounding board to receive more new information from all of you, but most importantly to affirm that we're on the right track with our current services that are being offered. Last year, we saw the evolution of master pool builders. We have 91 in total master pool builder members across Australia, and that is the next level up for our builders around a mentoring program where they can share best practices. And we hope to see a continuous organic increase in the membership in that particular group as we add more and more value to that particular program and then expand that program across other sectors. Advocacy last year, we saw 32 standards, guidelines, and committees sat on by SPASA employees to advocate on your behalf. We collaborated with other 23 industry groups and trade associations. We had 13 positions on just education regulators and funding providers around job skills councils. And obviously 37 submissions to government and authorities happened last year alone. So some great tangibles there that also reflect what the membership survey said was important by members. This year was the first time that we fully owned the TV program. So it was great to see just before this year's expos, our new TV program go on, halted by Walt, Pool Spa Life Australia. And it's great to see that brand really having a 365, 24/7 brand awareness to the consumer, highlighting that aspirational desire and inspiration of swimming pools. The Pool Spa Life brand continues to go from strength to strength. Only a few years ago, this brand was convoluted or didn't exist in many regions. Last year, 31 million people were reached through our social channels, over 1 million through TV alone, and 1,600 award entries. This brand has been an amazing turnaround for a trade organisation, which doesn't traditionally go after the consumer market. But the awards are so important that go through to the magazines, which are distributed at the events, and all the way through to obviously socials, media, and television. Having that consistent message now and not just having a pool or spa branded event for 10 days or over a weekend, we're now seeing great uptake for the consumer going directly to our membership. Being sustainable is still so important. Climate Care certified, we still have 79 products and systems where we're advocating to government, highlighting that this industry is responsible and sustainable when it comes to water and energy. An amazing program and still fantastic to see the support of that program with our suppliers. The larger market, the prospecting market beyond our members, talking to the wider marketplace to make sure that we're highlighting the professionalism of SPASA members and expanding, obviously, the knowledge and awareness of SPASA. Splash has fantastic numbers, as you can see on the screen there, more than 19 million audience extensions that were highlighted from an advertising point of view out for our exhibitors and advertisers alike. Great stats there for the Splash magazine, and a great tool to ensure that we're lobbying correctly in that domestic marketplace. It was the first full year of our expansion into the aquatics and leisure facilities through the Australasian Leisure Management magazine. The company is Leisure Media that SPASA purchased in the prior year. With over 144,000 magazines circulated, 50,000 online visitors, and a 91% decision maker influence. It is an amazing product, talking to the right people, and it will continue to be a huge opportunity around policy development and helping the government see the importance of where swimming pools within the aquatic sector, within the leisure sector, can reframe and make a difference to the Australian economy. And last but not least, around our team's pillars is support. It has been my honour for the last 9 years to help focus on this particular item, or having a sustainable organisation, having a clear succession, and it's wonderful for Kristin to come on board, and a real clear strategy set by the board to promote, protect, and grow the industry. This was acknowledged externally this year for the second year in a row by the Australian Financial Review, with SPASA being acknowledged in the fastest 100 list as well. We don't do it for the accolades, but it is great for a wider network to see what a trade association can do when it becomes united and national. That is the end of the general business. Bree has sent me a message. We can confirm that we have achieved a quorum, and also we had 100% of support for today, and that puts us well clear to ensure that those motions have been confirmed. So thank you very much for everyone regarding that. Thank you, Brie. Appreciate that, as that popped up on all of your screens. A final word from you, Mr. Grice, before we close, if you would like to close the meeting. Before I hand over to you, I just want to thank the members for this opportunity. I had the privilege of walking into a SPASA meeting back in 2008, and by 2010, I was president and a founding director of this amazing business in 2011. I would never have envisioned the opportunity for the last 9 years to be a full-time CEO and to have the amazing people that I have worked side by side with for us to hand this business across and take it to the next level. So thank you for having a career-defining moment for me, and I hope that I have done my part as we all stand on the shoulders of giants to ensure that we've got an amazing business that will continue. Mr. Grice.
Thank you, Lindsay. What a really exciting place to be for SPASA. I really look forward to seeing how the future unfolds, and to our members that are here with us today and to our members that are not here with us, thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to another really strong season for the Australian pool and spa industry. Thank you.
Goodbye all.